Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn time series analysis. What is a time series? Time series, that is a series of observations recorded in accordance with the time of occurrence is called time series. The objects or objectives of time series analysis are to isolate and measure the effects of various components. So we have to know what are the components in a time series. There are 4 components in time series. Number 1, secular trend or simply trend. Number 2, seasonal variation. Number 3, cyclical fluctuation. And number 4, irregular or random movement. So our object is to isolate and measure these components in a time series. Now, at first, we have to measure the trend value. Trend. So, we have to know what are the methods for determining trend. There are 4 techniques for determining trend. Now, see, here are the 4 techniques. That is freehand method, semi-average method, moving average method, and fitting mathematical curves. Among these 4 methods, mathematical fitting mathematical curves is the most important. Method of fitting mathematical curve is perhaps the best and most objective method of determining trend. In this method, an appropriate type of mathematical equation is selected for trend, and the constants appearing in the trend equation are determined on the basis of the given time series data. The choice of the appropriate type of equation is facilitated by a graphical representation of the data. I am repeating. The choice of the appropriate type of equation is facilitated by a graphical representation of the data. If the plotted data show approximately a straight line tendency on an ordinary graph paper, the equation used is y equals to a plus bx. That is a straight line. Number 2, if they show a straight line on a semi-logarithmic graph paper, the equation used is log y equals to a plus bx, that is exponential curve. Sometimes a parabola or higher order polynomial may also be fitted. In that case, if it is a parabolic trend, if there is a parabolic trend, then y equals to a plus bx plus cx square will be the equation. And in some cases, special type of curves are also used, and this curve may be modified exponential curve, logistic curve, etc. Y equal to a plus b into c to the power x. It is the example of modified exponential curve. Again, 1 by y equals to a plus b into c to the power x is a logistic curve. So these various types of curve may be fitted. So we have to determine the trend values by fitting an appropriate curve. It may be straight line, it may be a parabolic curve, it may be an exponential curve, etc. So we discuss in detail the fitting mathematical curves. In previous year semester examination, in 2015, there is a question in group B. Now see, this is the question. In previous year, semester question 2015, group B, question number 2, 5 marks. Only 5 marks are given. But it is very time consuming to solve this problem. It will take a time. Now see, find the parabolic trend. Find the parabolic trend for the following data. Now I show a parabolic trend because you know the straight line trend for the trend values. Now here find the parabolic trend for the following data: year 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. These 8 years are given and the corresponding sales values are given. It is in units, that is 1000 units. So here 5 means 5000 units, 8000 units, 13,000 units, etc. So we have to fit a parabolic trend curve. So here let y equals to a plus bx plus cx square be the equation of the parabolic trend. Now there are 8 years. The number of years given here are even. So we should choose the origin at the midpoint of 2009 and 2010. We have also written here, since data are given for an even number of years, that is n equal to 8 is even, the origin and unit of x have been so chosen to make summation of x equal to 0. Now in case of a straight line, we use two normal equations. But in case of parabolic curve, the normal equations for finding the values of a, b and c, as there are three constants a, b and c, the normal equations will be like this. That is, summation of y equals to an plus b summation of x plus c summation of x square. Number 1. Number 2, summation of xy equals to a summation of x plus b summation of x square plus c summation of x cube. And number 3, summation of x square y equals to a summation of x square plus b summation of x cube plus c summation of x4. So these are the normal equation. But in case of the equation of straight line, that is y equal to a plus bx, if it is a straight line, then y equal to a plus bx, in that case the normal equation only will be 2, that is summation of y equals to an plus b summation of x, and summation of xy equal to a summation of x plus b summation of x square. C summation of x square and c summation of x cube were not required in case of a straight line. So the equation will be only this, that is the summation of y equals to n plus b summation of x and summation of xy equals to a summation of x plus b summation of x square. These two equations for a straight line trend, that is y equals to a plus bx plus, but here it is y equal to a plus bx plus cx square. So we have to take the help of these three normal equations. Now see, there are summation of y, summation of x square, summation of xy, summation of x cube, summation of x4. So we have to find out the values of these from the given data. Now see, here 2006 to 2013 are written here. The value of corresponding cells, that is in units, 1000 units, that is y equal to 5, 8, 13, etc. Now x, as we have chosen the origin at the midpoint of 2009 and 10, so in case of 2009 it will be minus 1, in 2008 it will be minus 3, because the unit is 6 months, but the gap between 2008 and 9 is 1 year, so it should be minus 3. Similarly, in case of 2007 it should be minus 5 and 2006 minus 7, and here it will be plus 1, plus 3, plus 5, plus 7. So the summation of x will be 0. Summation of x will be 0 here. Now x square equals to just square of this value, cube is the cube of these values, and x to the power 4. So in this way we have got the value of x, x square, x cube, x4, which are required to solve these three equations. Now xy, just we have multiplied y and x value, and we have got these values, and last is the x square y, the summation of x square y, we have got these values. So these values, summation of y equals to 108, summation of x equal to 0, summation of x square equal to 168. In this way, these values will be required to solve these problems. Now we have to put the values from here in these equations. Now see, substituting the values from the table in the normal equations, we get 108 equals to a into 8 plus b into 0 plus c equal to plus c into 168. In this way, we have got the first equation, 108 equals to 8a plus 168c. In this way, we have got the second equation, 176 equal to 168b, and third equation is 2204 equal to 168 plus 6216c. And we have solved these three equations, and we have got the value of b, here c, and here a. So the equation of the fitted second degree polynomial is therefore y equal to 13.44 plus 1.05x plus 0.0029x square. This equation is required. And now if we want to know the value of cells in the year of 2017, what would be the value? Just we put the value of x, that is for 2017, the value of x will be 15, because now see, 15 for 2013 it is 7, so 2014 it is 9, 2015 it is 11, 2016 it will be 13, and for 2017 it will be 15. So we have put the value of x here 15, and get the value of cells in the year 2017. We can predict the value of the future year, future time. So here 29.842 thousand units, that is 29,842 units is the expected or predicted value of cells for the year 2017. So in this way we can use the time series analysis to predict the value of any future year or coming year. Okay, so this is the time series analysis. So thank you.